Today, I will be showing you how to install peripherals onto your computer. Installing hardware, if done incorrectly, can potentially harm your computer or the hardware. During the course of this video, feel free to pause or rewind as necessary. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Let's begin. In this picture, you can see the computer, keyboard, mouse, speaker, and a few different types of adapters. This is the back of the computer. All computers can differ in size, shape, and color, but most of them have a similar design to the one shown on screen. As you can see, there are many ports that you can plug your hardware devices into. Starting from the top of the computer tower are the two circular ports that are green and purple. These ports are called the PS/2 connectors and are always color-coded, purple for keyboards and green for mice. Below the PS/2 connectors on this keyboard are 6 USB ports. USB stands for Universal Serial Bus and is used to connect to keyboards, mice, digital cameras, printers, and other common devices. Below the USB ports, there is a teal-colored port called the serial port. The serial port will not be covered in this video. The two circular ports below the serial port are the audio input jack and the audio output jack. These two ports are used for microphones and speakers. Below the audio jacks are two DVI ports. DVI stands for Digital Visual Interface and is used for displaying video. Identify the type of plug you have. Identify the appropriate port for the hardware you're working with. Identify the type of input that the port takes. If the plug and port do not match, try using an appropriate adapter. If you purchased your computer with the components included, you should not need an adapter. Plug the components in. Let's start with the mouse. In this example, the mouse uses a PS/2 style plug. If you are not sure what type your plug is, try looking it up on the reference sheet. Now we need to find the corresponding port on the computer. Since they match, you can plug the mouse in now. If the cord end is colored, the place you plug it into should be the same color. If the cord does not fit, do not force it. This could damage the component or the computer. The plug for the keyboard is usually the same for the plug on the mouse. However, for this video, the one we're using is not. This keyboard uses a USB adapter. We have identified the port for the USB adapter to be plugged into. Our computer has multiple places to plug in the same component. Do not be alarmed by this. Many computers have extra ports to plug components into. Since they match, you can plug this in now. If the cord does not fit, do not force it. Instead, ensure that you're using the right port. If you are, try rotating the cord and try again. Next, we're going to install the monitor. Using the reference chart, we have identified our cable as VGA. Looking at the back of our computer, you can see this port that looks like a VGA, but it is the printer serial port. If we would try to plug the VGA into the printer serial port, it would not fit. By looking at our reference chart, we can see that there is a port for the DVI cable, which is also for computer monitors. In this case, you will need an adapter, one that converts DVI to VGA. Simply plug the cable into the adapter, and then plug the adapter into the computer. With monitor cables, it is important to screw in the bolts on the sides tightly to ensure the cable does not accidentally become unplugged. Finally, we will install the speakers. Audio input and output jacks are the same, so you only need to find the corresponding ports. Remember, the color on the ends of the cords must match the place you're plugging them into. It is possible that the color on one of your plugs does not match any of the colors painted on your computer. Do not panic. This is normal. That cord gets plugged into the back of one of the speakers. Now your computer just needs power. Take the power cord and plug the end with the metal prongs into the wall outlet. The remaining end of the cord goes into your computer where it fits, usually in one of the corners. Plug any remaining power cords into the wall. Let's recap. Identify the type of plug you have. Identify the appropriate port for the hardware you're working with. Identify the type of input that the port takes. If the plug and port do not match, try using an appropriate adapter. If you purchased your computer with the components included, you should not need an adapter. plug the components in. Remember, the colors must match and do not force the cable. Now you are ready to use your computer to type and watch amazing videos like this one.